to combine work and law school, contributing to household expenses so that Patience can take high school classes. Patience's dream is to become a chef. Her goal is to complete her GED and attend a 2-year culinary arts program. She loves to cook for family and friends who give her rave reviews. She especially likes to cook African dishes such as cassava leaf soup. She also has become adept at baking pizza at her cafeteria job and is excited to learn European and American cuisine. Patience came to me over a year ago, unhappy that her co-workers sometimes would have a hard time understanding her English. With Judy Storer's guidance, Patience and I applied ourselves to the Wilson program. Patience's work in this program shows. She's better understood at work, and she's acquiring the tools to complete her GED. When Judy asked me to join her in presenting Patience with this award, I couldn't have been happier. Patience is so deserving of the recognition, as much for her hard work as for her indomitable spirit and good-heartedness. I understand she'll be applying for her citizenship very soon, and I'm sure in this she will succeed, as she is bound to in all things she puts her mind to. Thank you.
I just want to say thanks to everybody who believe in me and gave me the award. I hope to do better things and to get my dream going true. I want to say thanks to your mother for working hard with all the refugees and doing her best. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Patience. You've been a wonderful, and you will continue to be a wonderful student. This year, we've asked 2 graduates to share some thoughts with us. The first graduate will be Gary Pierre. Gary started classes a little more than a year ago. He's taken 6 courses, though he's also been supporting a new family during that same time and, of course, working. I know that he'll be headed to college at some point once he catches his breath, but it's a wonderful night to celebrate that he's earned his diploma tonight, and he just wants to say a few words. So, my pleasure to introduce Gary Pierre.
Wow. First of all, I would like to thank God for making this possible. My wife and kids for believing in me. And also all the teachers and staff at Portland Adult Education for helping different people from different nations achieve their goals. As I stand here in front of you tonight, I'm feeling thankful, very happy. I can't even explain how I'm feeling right now. It's difficult to find just the right word to say. Just think a few years ago, I was a high school dropped out. Now I'm receiving my high school diploma. As I was preparing this speech, it finally hit me today. It's a very special day, not only for me, but for a lot of people. And I can't hide anything. I might as well say it. Dreams do come true, you know. You just have to work hard, believe you can do it, and have faith. Nothing comes easy in life. but go after your dream and don't let time pass you by. Keep going, never give up, no matter what comes in your way. For anyone who might be thinking or about giving up in school, I did give up in school. And it was tough. I had a hard time for years, and it cost me a lot. Remember, school is very important. I see this just the beginning of a journey. I want to continue on. Thank you all.
Thank you, Gary. You'll make it. I know. The second student speaker has been an inspiration for many of us. I think he's been working with us for about 5 years. I remember the first day he came, the ones with the white hair you usually remember. And I can say that. But he's not a young child. And I thought we'd lost him a couple times over the last 5 years. But fortunately, he had strong motivation, and motivation stronger than I could provide, certainly. It's my great delight to introduce Ron Kelson.
Good evening, folks. My name is Ron Kelson. First of all, I would like to thank my wife, my children, my relatives, and friends for the 5 years of support they have given me towards the challenge of receiving my high school diploma. I think the world of you. I also would like to credit my high school credentials to the teachers and staff of Portland Adult Education by making me feel good about myself while still having the ability to learn and to acquire a good deal of the knowledge that I should have taken in 50 years ago. Thank you very much, and thank you.
You're welcome.
I want to make this as simple and painless as I can for you, the audience. So I don't have any special words of wisdom to give to the graduates of 2007, but my teacher suggested I read you this essay that I wrote in May of 2003 as an assignment in my first English class since high school, my first class on the road to my high school diploma. I do hope, though, for the benefit of a few young people, that this essay might touch a moment in their lives and rethink life in general. I was born on December the 20th, 1942. In those days, children born during the Second World War were called war babies. My father was in his mid-40s, and my mother was also in her 40s. For their ages, they probably thought I was a gift from God, as some would say. My father was a workaholic, and my mother was a homemaker. My father had 3 jobs and really didn't have the time he needed to spend in a father and son relationship. I think he was self-made and probably figured I would be too. Not the case. My mother did most of the raising of me. She was always there. I was a child who could do no wrong. I do think they both had great expectations for me. As the growing years went by in my life and in school, I was an average student and a little on the spoiled side. I'm afraid I took advantage of my parents' vulnerability. My father worked all the time, and my mother's Ronnie can do no wrong attitude. In high school, I started to rebel. I believe the rebellion slowly started in the 8th grade. For some reason, I felt I had to be a tough guy to fit in with my peers. These were the years of the 50s. There was a whole new way of life. When I got to high school, things started to go down. Eventually, I quit school. This took an awful toll on my parents. So where does a tough guy wannabe go? To the Army, of course. Now, this kind of brought my parents' morale up, thinking, well, maybe this will make a man out of him. No. What it did was make this tough guy wannabe mentality even stronger. And again, I rebelled, never really growing up. I came out of the service with an attitude, one that the whole world owed me a living. I was selfish, demanding, and not caring. Again, I'm sure my parents could see the smoke screen, and again, they were disappointed. As time went on, I first lost my mother. Then the next year, my father. Now, I was all alone. What was I to do? I had everything, but mentally I had nothing. I'm afraid it took the loss for me to grow up. And with that, I moved on, got married, and helped support 9 children. Through these children, not one having the same personality, I have matured and learned what life's expectations are. My children have made me see what my parents needed and wanted. I feel so ashamed and disrespectful of the way I treated my parents that sometimes I could cry. Again, I could be selfish in my thinking, but this is one of the main reasons I'm trying to get my high school diploma. I do owe something to my parents, even though it's too late in this world. I hope if I accomplish this, I will be remembered in the hereafter. I write this in memory of my father and mother and them only. Ron Kelson, May 15, 2003. Thank you. I would like to finish up by saying I have purchased a graduation ring for this occasion and would like to present it to my loving wife of 38 years, Donna. Now, for the fun of it, I would hope when she goes to her future high school reunions, she will consider wearing this ring near her heart and let them old codgers know that she is spoken for by an educated gentleman. Who, instead of moving in on NASA and its space shuttle program, he is going to take piano lessons with his diploma at hand while playing to the stars. Now that should keep them buzzing for a few more years. Thank you all for this special evening.
Now, many of you may not quite know how difficult finding a Portland Adult Education High School 2007 year ring is. That is the only one in existence. But that's what it says on it, is Portland Adult Education 2007. It's been a great story. Thank you, Ron. Wow. Our 2 recognition awards will be presented by faculty members. To make the first presentation, I would like to introduce Jody Meredith, the head of our Language Arts Department.
Hello. Graduation is a great time for the teachers at Portland Adult Education, too, because we get a chance to share some of the amazing stories of our students. We get to hear these stories every day at our school. The truth is, it's not easy to go to our school. After working and dealing with the needs of family members, students have to find time to do homework. They have to go out 2 evenings a week or get up early 2 mornings a week just for a whole term, just to earn 1 credit. They have to enter our parking lot, which is a whole other kind of challenge. But our students continue to do it because they value learning and because they have the qualities of resilience and perseverance. For this, they have earned our admiration. And I'd like to introduce you to one such admirable student tonight, and that's Angelina Loading. Angelina, can you come forward? Angelina, stay here for just a minute. Angelina's first class at Adult Ed was in 1999. She has been continuing to take courses for 7.5 years. There have been occasional breaks or time when she was not able to complete a course, but she came back and she tried again. She has completed 24 courses with us, and she's not done yet. She also connected with her teachers, asking questions, sharing stories, visiting after class. She also connected with her fellow students, working in groups, helping others, and sharing the healthy snacks she brought from home instead of the salty and sweet ones from our vending machine. She makes any class she is in better because of her interest, because of her kindness, and because of her diligence. She is one of those students whose name we hope to see on our class list at the beginning of a semester. For all of that, we honor her here tonight, Angelina Loading.
Thank you, Jody, and congratulations, Angelina. The next award will be given by the head of our math department, Pam Meter.
I just have to share something before I start. When I walked in here tonight, I saw my high school math teacher. He's an usher here tonight. It's like 30 some odd years ago, so it's really neat. And I'm a math teacher now, so I hope he's proud. I also have a special student, and all of you are special. It is a joy to teach here. I am so lucky. But I'd like to call down Carrie Kennard. Carrie first came to Portland Adult Education 7 years ago, where she began a math basics course with Diane Barnes. It didn't work out, as Carrie had just given birth, and it was just too difficult to continue. Carrie stopped out of her educational pursuit for a while. This is a term coined by a researcher, Elisa Belzer, who found many adults don't drop out of school, they just stop out for a while to get their lives back on track. Carrie came back the next year to take consumer math, and that is where we first met. She was spunky. She didn't really like math. And she would often challenge me to show her where she would ever use concepts like multiplying fractions in her life. I liked her spirit, and I really wanted to see Carrie succeed. But again, life got in the way, and Carrie had to stop out again. Fast forward to 2005. A new Carrie appeared in my classroom. She was now a blonde. Her spunky attitude had now matured into a positive determination, and her ability to smile and laugh at life's challenges assured me that Carrie was ready to pursue the mission of completing her high school diploma. And ready she was. Carrie took over 20 classes during her stay at Portland Adult Ed. Sometimes she would need to repeat a class to better understand the material, but never once did she admit defeat. Carrie grabbed hold of my heart, and I, along with the other teachers and counselors, have been admiring and supporting her ever since she walked into Portland Adult Ed over 2 years ago. Carrie has shed tears of discouragement, but also joys of accomplishment, and tonight has completed a goal she has set her sight on for a long time, receiving a high school diploma. Lately, Carrie has jokingly said she's been at Portland Adult Ed a long time. Well, Carrie, I close with this quote. Don't let the fear of the time it will take to accomplish something stand in the way of your doing it. The time will pass anyway. We might just as well put that passing time to the best possible use. Carrie, you certainly put that time to the best possible use. All of your teachers at Portland Adult Ed are proud to recognize your accomplishments with this student award.
Thank you, Pam, and congratulations, Carrie. There has been a change, sort of, in the behavior of the last 7 years, and we've enjoyed watching it. It is now time for the conferring of your credentials. For you GED graduates, you've already received the certificate. We will be handing you a folder to put it in. For you high school diploma recipients, please read what's inside to make sure it goes with your name. You want to graduate? Come over here. Get your card. Still got it? Yeah, I get to keep those. Really? Yeah. That's awkward. Yeah. The first graduate of the class of 2007, Kasim Abdul Qadir. The second graduate, Sadie Anderson. Kristen Atkinson. Mallory Briere. Kayla Nikki Lynn Carey. Joseph Holland. Ron Kelson. Carrie Lee Kennard. Marie Cock. Angelina Loading. Iman Sheikh Mohammed. Anya Morin. Will the first row please be seated, and the second rows rise and come forward? Yeah. Gary Pierre. Hawa Shoka. Kenta Tamaki. Toria Belanger. Shane Brackett. Anthony Figueroa. William Fisher. Scott Fowler. Kaylee George. Krista Graffin. Anna Lucas. Danielle Margell. Could the second row please be seated? The third row, rise and come. Lindsay Morin. Edward Page. Jenny Young. Joseph A. Young, Jr. And this is new for us. Standing in for her son, who was in boot camp in Oklahoma before deploying to Iraq, we have Ruth Ridenauer marching for William E. Rigg. Next, we have some music, again presented by Lauren Yokobaskas and Kinsley Tarbell, as they sing, "May the Road Rise Up and Meet You."
May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rains fall soft upon your fields, until